I'm upset. No disrespect, respectfully. But disrespectfully is disrespect. Don't be disrespectful. Those vile, disgusting Spartans. Poor little girl, them. And I'ma tell them why I'm mad. That vile, disgusting cesspool in Columbus. The other state, and of course, as always, I'm upset. Good evening, good people. It is I, the Maize man. It was not the prettiest thing, but this right here. Michigan wins. Michigan beats Alabama second time, by the way, in the same calendar year as Michigan beat these same Alabama Crimson Tide in the Rose Bowl, the semifinals of the CFP, to start this year, January 1st, actually, of this year. And now on New Year's Eve, they open the season with a win over this team, and now end the year with the win over this team. Let me first say this. I had a lot to say about this guy earlier in the season. I had negative things to say about this guy earlier in the season, but I have to now give him his flowers, his credit. Wink Martindale is him. Wink Martindale today in a situation where his head coach and his offensive coordinator helped him this much. Because they kept putting him and his defense back on the field. Sometimes just 3 and out, turnover, 3 and out, punt. And he held up. Wink Martindale deserves golf claps. Wink Martindale deserves actually a standing ovation. He deserves all the credit in the world today because Wink Martindale showed up and showed out, and so did this Michigan defense. Speaking of this Michigan defense, they held Ryan Williams, a guy that earlier this season I said was the best freshman receiver in college football. Granted, I changed that my opinion on that with more information, as intelligent people are supposed to do, because Jeremiah Smith is actually the best freshman wide receiver in college football. That said, Ryan Williams is not anything to sneeze at. He is right behind Jeremiah Smith, in my humble opinion. Held that man to 3 catches, 8 yards. He made a would-be spectacular catch on the sideline, but Sugar Hill, shout out to Jair Hill, used the sidelines exactly how a defensive back is supposed to use the sidelines, especially when a receiver leaves his feet, and pushed him out of bounds. Beautiful play. Chef's kiss to Jair Hill for that. But absolute dominant performance by Wink Martindale and this Michigan defense. Again, 8 yards for Ryan Williams. They got 6, I believe, sacks on Jalen Milroe. It was kind of just a cut and copy of what they did to Jalen Milroe at the beginning of the year in the Rose Bowl. And by the way, SEC who? We were told that this team, by the way, and maybe you believe that this team should have been in the CFP. And if that team is supposed to be in the CFP, then Michigan now has beaten 2 of those CFP participants, or would-be participants in this case, because obviously Alabama didn't make it. But the other state did. And speaking of the other state, Michigan and Wink Martindale again hold another highly ranked team, vastly talented team, under 20 points. In fact, they 2 back-to-back outings now, they've held those teams under 15 points, as Alabama only mustered 13 points today. The other state only mustered 10 points in their house. Wink Martindale deserves our respect. He deserves the turnaround of opinion that he has garnered this season, because earlier in the season, it was real Shabba ranks for Wink Martindale, and he has proven to be a gem really in this season for the Wolverines. Now, there it wasn't all peaches and cream. Let me say that. It wasn't all beautiful. And we're gonna get to some things that I hated. We're gonna get to some things that I loved. But first, let's talk about what I hated. By the way, this is your show. To everybody in the chat, I'm sorry I haven't gotten to the chat yet. I'm gonna be dropping a link in there shortly, so come on up. It is a call up show. Uh, uh, but I will get to that in just a second. That said, oh, my guy is here, by the way. Kinetic, what's good, sir?
Nothing, man. I was just got home from watching the game and pretty excited, man. I had some money on it. I thought they were going to upset. I called it last night, and they did.
Absolutely. Listen, I was just explaining how my opinion of Wink Martindale has changed as the season has grown. Earlier in the season, I was on the train of he's a trash can, he's a steaming pile of you know what, but he has absolutely been coaching gyms the second half of this season. Shout out to Mr. Wink Martindale.
And if you remember, that was how you and I first started talking about Michigan at the start of this year.
Yeah.
First conversation we had, and when you told me call in and give that opinion because you didn't agree with it, that I said give him time. He's gonna figure it out, and he's gonna turn it around. And he's gonna be a great defensive coach. I kept saying that, and I called in, and everybody was on me about it at the start. Everybody, the chat, everybody. I think the only person that who was it? There was one person that was saying in the chat with me, and I don't remember who it was, but everyone else was like, no, Wink is trash. Wink got to go.
Yeah.
I tried telling you that defense, all he had to do was adapt it to the college game.
I consider myself a learned person. And with more information, I change my opinions on things, right? And obviously I had a small sample size earlier in the season. It was not great. I was like, this guy is not the guy. I was absolutely wrong. I must say that. I got to give him his credit for that. By the way, there are 295 people here. We need 295 likes. It costs you not a penny. I promise. Hey, Julius, we see you backstage. We're going to get to you, sir.
I just want to clarify because I see in the chat, I did not at any point defend Kirk Campbell. I said we need more than 3 games to determine that. But I never defended Kirk Campbell. I defended Wink Martindale. I defended Sharon Moore. And I defended Lamar Morgan. Those were the 3 names that I always brought up that I thought were going to be good. Everybody else, I was wait and see. Now, I did say give everybody else more time because a lot of y'all in the chat were talking about fire everybody after 3 weeks. And I said we need more time. I said we cannot make that judgment this early. But I only ever defended Sharon Moore, Wink, and Lamar Morgan.
No doubt. So I want to get to this really quick because we are going to get, I promise we're going to get to Jordan Marshall. We're going to get to all of that. Obviously, Warren, look at me. I almost did it. Davis Warren
he's the Buckeye Slayer, Warren.
He is. I'm not going to bog it down with this. Davis Warren goes out third quarter. Insert Alex Orji, who is in the transfer portal, by the way. He comes in, hands it off 1,000 times. We end up not needing to score. However, it did get a little choppy there. Give me your thoughts on it.
Yeah, I mean, when Davis Warren went down, I know everyone was wanting Jaden Davis to go in. And had we not been in the lead, I think we would have seen Jaden Davis. But with us being in the lead, I think they went with what they knew and just tried to, like the announcer said, bleed it out, just play Michigan ball like we have this year. And it's kind of eerie how similar the ending of this game was to the ending of the Rose Bowl on the first day of this year. They were in almost the exact same position on the field. It came down to one final play by Milroe, and we stopped them. But I mean, with Orji, hey, like I said, I'm hesitant to talk bad about the guy because I met him at the spring game. Great guy. He's the kind of guy you want as a teammate. I don't know where he fits in on the team. If he decides he wants to come back to the team and go to a different position, I'm all for it. Find a place for him. But if he wants to be a quarterback, if he wants to transfer, then find a team that's going to highlight his abilities and put his best foot forward, and more power to him. And I would cheer for him just because of the kind of guy he is, the kind of teammate he's been. He's not a perfect player. He's not a perfect quarterback. We know his deficiencies, but he's a Wolverine.
No doubt. Shout out to GT. He says, great to see this year end just like it started, beating Alabama, beating Kalen DeBoer. What an incredible end to the season. That's a Snapple top fact. Kalen DeBoer.
Yeah, it was Marmar. Marmar was the other guy said give Martindale time.
Kalen DeBoer also 0-2 against Michigan this year. Alabama 0-2 against Michigan this year. Jalen Milroe 0-2.
All those starters that decided to play because they wanted revenge on Michigan, just like the Ohio State players that came back because they wanted revenge on Michigan. It ain't happening.
The second half of this season for the Wolverines has been amazing. I'm gonna go ahead and bring up Julius. We're gonna do this a little different. I'm gonna drop the link in the comment section for anybody who wants to come up. We're bringing up one person at a time. We're gonna give you a shot clock. We'll bring up everybody that wants to join later on, but to start this, we're doing one person at a time. Jew, how you feeling?
Yo, it's good, man. You able to hear me?
We can hear you, man.
Awesome. That was crazy. That was so unexpected, and to see the toughness, like the first quarter, it's raining. Like, get over it, Bama. Like, it rains in Alabama too, and they're dropping balls. And how about Derek Moore? What was that? 2 sacks and a fumble recovery in the first quarter.
Absolutely.
I mean, I just love seeing that energy because that's what I think Jim Harbaugh infused back into this program. Absolutely. Like a dog is almost too, it doesn't describe it enough. It's like this confidence, and Bama was afraid. I mean, you look at that last 20 minutes, like Milroe's looking to the sideline, like, what do we do here? But yeah, I just wanted to shout out to Sharon Moore. Honestly, he hired Wink Martindale. And yeah, our offense sucks, but that's okay. We have a new offensive coordinator, and we have Bryce Underwood. And seeing the videos of him leak from practice, dude, he is a true 6'5", and his arm is a cannon. But like, I think the biggest thing, because if we get Bryce and you see Jordan Marshall is going to I had another clip up. Jordan Marshall is going to be a dog. Like, he is a true, he's a true RB1. And what I love about his performance today and his toughness is he's like, yo, you go get Justice Haynes, and you fans get excited about that, which is fine. I'm sure he's cool with that. But he's like, I'm the guy. And look at this. I will take these licks from these freak athletes. Like, their linebackers and safeties were drilling him. And he gets up and he's like, let's go. Next. So anyway, a little rant there.
And that's why I even before we got Justice Haynes, a lot of people were saying we need to go get a running back in the portal. And I'm okay that we got Justice Haynes. I'm not mad about it, and I think he'll be RB1. But I also wasn't that worried about it because I knew we had Jordan Marshall there. We got Benjamin Hall. We got Micah Kapana. I'm okay with that room. Justice Haynes, that's just icing on top, man.
Yeah, dude.
No doubt.
Yeah, and I think that was the game plan. And I love that, like, the coaches were hyping him up this week. The announcers are saying that today because he should be. He committed to Michigan. I love Justice. I'm pumped for him. And we need 2 dog running backs. But Marshall's going to be the guy, and you pair that with Bryce Underwood. But anyway, I'm just so happy because it shows me that the dog, the toughness, Sharon Moore learned a lot from Jim Harbaugh. He coached with him, and Harbaugh hand-selected him. There are pictures of him holding up Sharon and being like, yo, this is the guy. He was signaling it. I mean, he didn't, he probably didn't know he was going to leave.
Right.
But, yeah, man, I don't know. Derek Moore, I think, is a dog. The D-line, I don't know enough, but they held up really well. Barnum's a dog. How about Brandon Hillman? Like, laying the fucking wood from safety and getting up and being like, let's go. And same with Hill. Like, these guys had the dog. They're all back next year. Let's get Bryce Underwood, Jordan Marshall. Let's get a solidified offensive line. Like, we're going to dominate next year. I think people are underplaying us for next year. But, Maize Madman, you're killing it with the content, man. Kinetic, you too.
Appreciate you, man.
Thank you, man.
Especially when you bring on the recruits. And, like, people should be interacting with those shows and showing the community. Like, that is kind of modern-day recruiting. And if these kids come on, like Trey Taylor, when you guys have it, when they come on and they're like, people are engaging, that pushes our program forward. And we got a bright future, man. And today really showed that you can complain about the offense. That literally doesn't matter. And the only thing you should take from the offense today is Jordan Marshall, who's going to be a beast. So anyway,
1,000%. Julius, we appreciate you, man. Thanks for coming up. We do have a bunch of people in the queue. That was a great call-in, by the way.
Absolutely.
Definitely need more call-ins like that. My guy DK is in the chat. Shout out to DK. Next up, my guy Steven, your guy. Before we get Steven, we're gonna bring you up. Before you go, shout out to Jacob Bennett. Thank you for the $2 super chat. He says SEC, not really. My guy, Dem Vocals won. Milrow is a Michigan legend. Thank you for the $1.99 super chat. That is everything. Mr. Jones, the Raven style defense, best thing to happen to Michigan football. Listen, that amoeba defense has been it for Michigan the last 4 seasons. Is absolutely true. I agree with that.
And this is why I was saying we absolutely should not go away from it. This is why I wanted to make sure that we, people cooled it on the wink hate, because that defense, when ran well, is incredible.
1,000%. Shout out to Towns Health Service. Appreciate the $100 super chat. Doesn't even have anything to say. Just wants to donate. We appreciate that 1,000%. By the way, my guy Kinetic, as you know, has a GoFundMe. Did you drop the link in the chat there?
I did. I can drop it again, but I don't want to plug
Drop your link again. Kinetic is out of work due to a health issue with his back.
The short version of it is, and I'm happy to, if anyone wants to message me, and I'll be as transparent as possible about it. I'm not able to work right now because I need neck surgery and surgery on my lower back, on my spine. Issues with my spinal cord. It's not safe for me to work. And I'm trying to take care of myself and my mother, who is dealing with stomach and lung cancer. She's 73. And I've got to get through now until I get approved for the short-term disability so I can get these surgeries. So the link's in the chat. It's on my Twitter bio. It's in my YouTube bio. If anybody even considers donating, I appreciate you. I appreciate your time. I know everybody's got their own stuff that they're dealing with, so I don't expect anything. But I appreciate everybody that has donated and anybody that even considers it in the future. Thank you.
No doubt. Steve, you've been waiting patiently, my guy. How you feeling, man?
I'm gonna make this real quick. I actually, man, listen, I live in Alabama. I got the congregation I go to, they always on me. So I got my Michigan flag. They gonna see it for the next 300 some days. But I'll make this quick. 190 total yards for Michigan. But Alabama had 192 passing yards. But see, you slow the game down. You make everybody play Michigan ball. You took the 2 best freshman receivers this year, Jeremiah Smith, Ryan Williams. You made them pretty much obsolete. Great game plan. Alabama, I give them all props. They're a good team. But this is why I love the development of college football. The portal is cool, but this was your year to get Michigan. I've said that before. If you didn't get them now, you are not going to get them next year or the year after or the year after. They're just going to be too good. Jordan Marshall, love what that dude did. Evan Link, I was wrong about him. He got better. Dominic Zavada, I love this dude. To me, he should have won the Heisman. My opinion, Dominic Zavada for Heisman 2025.
No doubt.
I like the game plan. They slowed it down. They make you play their style of football, and this is what I'll leave y'all with. If you think that flash and pizzazz is going to beat a good team like Michigan, like Oregon, and all that, got another thing coming. This year, and Michigan was missing 6 starters. 7 total players, and all America's first round picks. And Coach Moore was like, "We still gonna beat you. We're gonna show you. Alabama's not a bad team, but if you think that it's about pizzazz and scoring and all that, when you play old school football like Coach Harbaugh does, smash mouth, running the clock, getting first downs, you are not going to beat this team because they literally beat the will out of you. They make you quit. That's how Saban's teams used to be. They just make you quit. And Alabama didn't quit, but this was the year to get missed. This was the year. I don't know.
What do you got?
A lot of L's for other teams. There's going to be a lot of L's for other teams, a lot of W's for Michigan. So you might as well just get ready. That's all I got. Happy New Year to y'all. Go Blue. I love this, bro.
Happy New Year. Go Blue.
Go Blue, man.
Steve, we got my guy Mar.
We beat Alabama. We beat Alabama twice in 1 year, in one calendar year.
On the first day of the year and the last day of the year.
What up, though? You know what I'm saying? I'm at work. I just want to say, hey, we 3-0 in the last 3 games. And you know what I'm saying? Hold on, Cam, hold on. Now, hey, listen, we 3-0 in the last 3 games. In the last 2 games, we done dominated. These weak ass niggas. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? I'm on one right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm on one. Yeah, don't cough yet. I ain't passed the blunt yet. Maize, why you coughing?
I'm not coughing. Yo.
Hey, listen. Hey, go Blue, man. You know what I'm saying? You already know, big dog. 3M. You know what I'm saying? Kinetic, my guy. I love you. We had that talk the other day. Like I said, I'm gonna make a public apology to you live. I apologize, but I love you, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Good,
we'll see you on Sunday night. I'll see you Sunday night, Kinetic. But anyway, go back to Go Blue. Hey, we shut these niggas down, man. What the fuck, boy? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we them. Just like Steve said, we them. You know what I'm saying? What they gonna do now? What can they say? I know Columbus up there like, oh man, I was wishing they lose so they can talk shit. I want to see Garrison. Man, I'm so geek, bro. Hey, twice in 1 calendar year. Hold on. Twice in 1 calendar year. Alabama and Caleb's down.
No doubt.
Oh shit. Repeat. Wake up.
Oh, that's a fact. Caleb Downs 0-2 to Michigan, same calendar year. DeBoer,
hey, Maize,
Alabama.
Maize, how long y'all about to be on here?
You about to be on here for a while. Yeah, we'll be here for
because we about to be done with how many trucks we got left, Josh? We got,
go to do your work, man.
300. Yeah. I got you, bro. Go Blue.
No doubt.
Yeah.
No Blue.
Hey, hold on. Before you drop me down, say what up to my guys. Hey. We live. Say what up, though. Yo, hey, that's my boy.
What up, man?
What up?
Hold on. Let me get my boy Art on here. Hey, what's up, Art? Say what up, Art. Yeah, that's my boy Art. You feel me? We in here. Yeah, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? What's up, though? You know what I'm saying? You feel me, though? You know what I'm saying? We up in here, Dr. Pepper Keurig. You feel me? Let's go. Hey, all right, love y'all, man. I'll see y'all later.
No doubt.
Later, Marmar.
Marmar got us kissing babies. Politicians out here. Shout out to Marmar. Always a good time. My guy Cam is next up. Cam, how you feeling, sir?
Man, I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling good. What's going on, y'all? Happy New Year's. Go Blue. Hey, man.
Troy.
Hey, man. I remember in the middle of the season, I was asking a question about do you think it's weak Martindale, or is it the players adapting to his system?
Right, you did ask that.
And I think it was a little bit of both, yeah.
But now you see, as the player adapt to his system, you see a totally different defense.
No doubt.
They was making. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say. So I don't know how much you paid attention to the interviews and stuff this week leading up to the bowl, but some of the players even said to the media that when Wink got there, he was talking to him like he was talking to a 30-year-old pro, and so there was a little bit of they had to learn his system and adapt to his system, but he also had to adapt it to the college game and to working with 18 to 22, 23-year-old players instead of seasoned pros.
Mm-hmm. So the key of next year, y'all, if we can keep these good quarterbacks that they say that's good, if we can keep them uncomfortable, it's going to be problems whoever play against Michigan because the blueprint is already out there. When you make a quarterback dynamic, you keep them uncomfortable. He's gonna start retreating. He's gonna start running. He's gonna be throwing. He's gonna be throwing early than what he supposed to, and that's what it was. And then Jordan Marshall, man, hey, man, I like this season, man. I like it.
No doubt.
And did y'all see? Did you see Coach Moore go talk to what's the name while he was coaching? He went to go talk straight to Bryce Underwood. And he told him, "Hey man, this how we gonna play. If you not on, just believe us. We gonna run this ball and we gonna smash mouth." Now, I like that. I like to ask y'all a question. As you saw the season and ask the players, who you think right now today's got the best defense in the country?
In college?
In college.
Michigan.
There you go.
It's got to be Michigan. Wink is unrivaled as a defensive coordinator.
There you go.
Listen, Michigan in their last 3 games haven't even given up 30 points. And that's coming again. Ohio State and Alabama is 2 of those teams.
No doubt.
2 field goals to Northwestern, 10 points, 1 touchdown to Ohio State, and 1 touchdown to Alabama. It's up from here, man. It's up from here. Like you said, Cam. As long as you know, and basically everyone who played on defense today is coming back for the record. For the record, and we're bringing more in, more players in. So, listen, when you know, I was a Wink critic. I'm not going to sit here. I know I gave Connecticut's flowers. He was one of the ones. I'm like, I don't know, man. He might be too old, but he shut me up. So you know, I'm always here to say when I'm wrong. It's nothing. There's no shame in that. And I'm just glad that I know defensively now I don't really have to worry. And mind you, this was without 3 starting defensive players. Right. And I'm not even counting Will, because Will's been out since the Illinois game. So you did this without Graham, Grant, and Josiah. Yeah. And they starters were playing. I don't want to hear this. Oh, but Bama had who sitting down? Not much. They had more starters playing than we did.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, man, look, this is what I'm going to say to Michigan Nation. First things first, Jordan Marshall and Justin Hayes, ay Dios mío. I'm going to say that in Spanish. That's oh my God in Spanish. Ay Dios mío. Haynes and Marshall next season is going to give defenses nightmares. Whether it's Keene or Underwood, as long as we got some good receivers, we don't need great receivers. We need good receivers. This offense is going to be dangerous, and that defense is only going to get better because they're going to come in they second year on the Wink's system. And you saw my man Hillman, bro. He's a missile, bro. He hate you. He hate you. He hate life. He hate everything. That's what I like.
That's what I've been saying. I want to see him play. I want to see him play linebacker, but he's a little small for that. So put him at nickel and let him play that role.
Yeah, man. You know, look, man. It was, you know. When I'm not gonna lie, when Orji threw that interception, I'm like, here we go. This is the play was gonna turn it around. But defense held up. I mean, first of all, I forgot to say, Michigan is Milroe's daddy. Let's say that. Who's your daddy, Milroe? That's one. We own him. We own him, right? And again, I'm not the reason. You know, again, it's a bowl win. It's a solid win. I'm not here to be like, yeah, we beat Bama. No, I'm here because I like what I saw from that defense and what I saw from my running back. Besides that, offense was very pedestrian. It was a lot of what we saw the whole season. And you shout the Andrew Sprague, man. Did he even give up a sack today? I don't think so.
Yeah. We didn't get to that just yet, but no, he didn't. And he was moving, you know, that defensive line. I got to give Evan Link a nod too. He played absolutely lights out at left tackle today. Shout out to
also Evan. let's give some props to Jair Hill with the way he used the field, the sideline. He was playing smart.
Yeah,
when he needed to stop those catches. Man, he was playing smart. He was playing like a veteran, and that's a jump that I see. That's progression that we've seen from Hill from where he was at the start of the season till now. You know,
let me ask, guys, off the rip, can y'all let me know who was the nickel? Because Hill didn't start, right?
No, he didn't start. They
No.
started Quentin Johnson, I believe.
It was Quentin Johnson,
Yeah.
number 13, number 12.
Wesley and Hillman. No,
Right.
okay, all right. Yeah,
Amir
so
Hall. It was Amir Hall.
Yeah.
and Zeke
Yeah.
Berry in the corners. Amir Hall, Zeke at corner.
Yep.
The nickel was who again?
Quentin Johnson. Or
I
no,
think
maybe
Johnson.
it wasn't.
Quentin Johnson, and then 25 started.
Hold on, yo. We do gotta Cam, we gonna drop you down. We got a Bama fan coming up. Shout out to you though. Go Blue.
All right, go Blue.
Cam.
Yes, sir.
Go Blue.
My guy, your guy, everybody's guy. NSJ has joined the chat. What's good, man?
Nick Saban Jr. What's going on, champ?
Hey, first of all, I gotta say congratulations to Michigan. Sharon Moore and their coaching staff next up. And I said it last year, but before he got hired as AC, I said I feel like he's gonna be next up. If he gets the hire, he's gonna be next up. That defense y'all got is awesome. I can say I seen all the things I wanted to see today, but only from y'all side. Y'all seeing what y'all gonna look like moving forward. I couldn't see what I want to see from Alabama moving forward because we can't got there in some reason let Jalen Miro go. We can't for some reason let him go. And he is not showing. Listen, I seen Miro get worse. It got so funny in the first quarter to me that this was just hilarious. I was laughing like it was a comedy show. I said, this is crazy. I said, this dude is garbage. And this is at the end of the season now. And I've been telling people, ever since the game from Michigan last year, I said, y'all, we got to be real about the quarterback position. Miro got to be able to set protection for himself. If he even want to think about being a better quarterback, I say he don't even set protection for himself. And I'm telling people about the read options and stuff. He guessed the hell. He been guessing that junk all year, and now his runs he breaks away and get lucky for money with two good runs a game now, but them don't even look good no more. I'm telling you, Michigan is gonna be next up next year. Like they're gonna be back in this thing next year. And when y'all find that steady quarterback for real, that game changer quarterback, along with Haynes and that dude we seen today, I think you said that he was gonna be your player of the game on the opposite side. I think
did.
you said
Jordan Marshall.
Dude, and I tell people I don't cry about portal players because it was either backup players or non-production. Right. And I feel like with Hayes, it was underutilized. And I'm glad he went to Michigan because he went to a team that's going to hand the ball off and let him be the power back that he is. And it's going to show that he's still the 5-star guy he was expected to be coming out of high school.
Imagine him and Jordan Marshall back there.
That is going to be retarded. It's going to be retarded.
Listen, Nick Saban Jr., man, I want to say something to you, champ. First of all, you a real one, man. I tip my hat to you. I respect honest fans that keep it real. I know I said it yesterday, and you did it again today, man. And that's what it's about. Because all we did on our show the whole season, whoever we play, if they did things good, we gave that team their credit. We didn't sit here and use excuses like, oh, no, we only lost. No, we're bad. Coaching let us down. Scheme. It was a lot of things, right? Yeah. But we kept it real. But, you know what I'm saying, I respect you, for being, an honest Alabama fan, to just keeping it real. Like I said, at the end of the day, ain't no one could say nothing about Bama. Like I said, the last 15 years, we've never seen anything like that ever in the sport of college football, right? So even in pros, right? Maybe the Patriots come somewhat close, but the bottom line is Bama, like I want to give you y'all flowers too, right? At the end of the day, I think you guys are going to bounce back. Y'all still recruiting at a high level, right? It's just now, who's your quarterback? Who's again? I know you kind of mentioned it yesterday, but who's gonna be your quarterback going into next season?
I think it's gonna be a battle between Ty Simpson, Austin Mack, and Keelan Russell. I tell y'all about true freshmen. Unless he's just that dude for real, and I think he's that dude for real. I don't like to never hang my hat on a true freshman coming out there starting. So if he start, it's either because he that dude or NIL. Like, so, but honestly, in my opinion, I said before, a lot of people say Ty Simpson, but I really believe it's going to be that dude, Austin Mack, that came from Washington, the prototypical size quarterback, somebody that's going to be in Kellen DeBoer's system for 3 years now, somebody that I think that can get the ball out faster, read the defense better than actually not watch receivers run wide open and not throw the ball, like somebody that's going to get the ball out of his hands and not take sacks. Throw the ball out of bounds and let's live another down. Let's not just kill yourself on one play exactly. But I think it's going to be a battle, a three-way battle. I think it's going to automatically come down between probably Killian Russell and whoever wins that out of Austin Mack and Ty Simpson.
So question though, if Milroe decides not to go pro and come back, is he the starter or no?
If he is the starter, I'm going to hit the transfer portal as a fan.
Yeah.
Hey, man, listen, I don't mean to sound like this against that dude. I love Miro. I love Meal Ticker, but it's like with me raising kids. I love my kids to death, but if you're doing piss poor stuff, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, "It's okay, baby." You got to do better. What you gonna do to do better? And I can't do it. I love Meal Ticker. I love Meal Ticker. He did a lot of good things for us, but hey, when we talking football, man. This ain't no baby sport. We ain't here to baby you no more. You gotta get better, baby. And from what I'm hearing, this is why I hate it. That I ain't gonna say I hate the NIL period, but this is stuff that we gonna deal with. This is what I'm hearing. It could be just what I'm hearing, and this is what I felt before I even said this. Was about to say it to one of my buddies. He talked to somebody that's really, really tapped in, and I was about to say, I believe Kellen DeBoer is handcuffed to Jalen Miro because he is getting a lot of money out of the Alabama program and them boosters. And I believe he is handcuffed to have to make a decision that god dang he don't want to make. That's why you see probably now like a Chip Kelly going to be an offensive coordinator, a UFC head coach dropping out to go be a OC at a Florida State, because I believe this stuff is handcuffing a lot of coaches. And there's going to be certain programs that just going to let their coaches do what they do regardless of the situation. And I believe Michigan might be one of those programs that they're going to put the money out, but do what you do best. I'm going to let y'all do what y'all do best.
Yeah, Nick Saban. Two things real quick before we let you go. One, you can always transfer to Michigan, brother. Don't worry. We got that NIL for you, brother. Don't worry about it. And two, do you think that I know you said about 2 months ago that you like Ty Hayward's chances flipping to Michigan. Did this game did anything to change that, you think?
No. I think they're going to Michigan. I mean, hey, we can use them because our offensive line, I ain't going to put it all on Miro, but they was getting abused at times. But there was times when they was holding up, and Miro still holding the ball with a butt plug in his ass or something. I don't know what the hell he had going on.
Yo.
I don't know what the hell Samir got going on.
Hey, we just got demonetized right there.
No My doubt. Bad. Hey, listen, Nick, bro, you're welcome here anytime. By the way, if you enter the transfer portal, again, Michigan will welcome you. Shout out to you, man.
You can just follow the path that's paved by Damon Payne and Justice Haynes.
No doubt. Tell the people where they can find you, what you got going on, man.
Nick Saban Jr. Sports Talk TV on X, on Instagram, and YouTube. If you just type in on Instagram and X, and you'll see the statue of Nick Saban, whatever, and that's me.
Listen,
whatever.
That got to be the ugliest image of Nick Saban I've ever seen. That statue, I'm sorry, that does not. They need to fire whoever did that statue.
It was probably the same one that did Dwayne Wade statue. So,
oh Lord, that was gross. Nick, we appreciate you, my guy.
No problem, man.
Take it easy, Nick.
Man,
Nick
shout to Nick Saban,
ladies and gentlemen. Real quick, EV, as a Buckeye fan, we got to give y'all respect for the way y'all ended the season. We'll see y'all next year. Y'all stood tall. Shout out to EV.
Respect. There you go.
Respect for this right here.
It is what it is, man. But those are the facts, and I respect that. You can't say stuff that's the truth. Michigan ended the season very well, and that ended the season against 3 ranked teams. USC was ranked when we beat them, right? We beat Ohio State. Now we beat Bama. We beat and they were the first team out the playoffs. So they were right there, borderline playoff team. So listen, and then just look at this, gentlemen. Before you go on, man, 8 wins with that offense, bro. Let's be honest. That 8 wins with that offense, bro. I don't know how we did it, bro. I don't know. How we won 8 games with that offense is beyond me, man. So as much
as the secret weapon, Davis Warren.
Damn, man. First of all, shout to Davis Warren, man. I don't care. Listen, I know he got hurt. You know, he is who he is. I don't. We got to understand. We can't expect more from him. We know what we're gonna get. He was playing a solid game. He gets hurt. Orgy comes in, doesn't do really better. In fact, Orgy turns the ball over. He did a Davis Warren impression, right? And then, it like I said, it was looking maybe this could have got Shabba ranks, but it didn't, man. And why the performance by Wink, man? This is the way we wanted to end the season. Hopefully, this win, like I said, more so for, again, for recruiting the transfer portal. Like, yo, bro, look what we got cooking over here.
I was watching the game thinking the same thing, but in a different way, because I was like, man, if we just gonna, I was thinking about, and tell me, the chat, let me know what y'all think too. I was watching the second half of the game when we just kept running it. And I was like, man, if I'm Marsh on the sideline, right? These guys are on the sideline now. If I'm Bryce Underwood on the sideline, this isn't the most appealing thing. Also, in addition to it not being the most appealing, and this is what I wanted to get to, because I want to switch gears here. Everyone's happy that we won that game. Absolutely, 1000%. We should be happy. Shout out to Michael Wilson, who is a Buckeye, who is always in the comments, says Justice Haynes may be second guessing this decision.
Yeah.
Maybe. And real quick, because I forgot Dexter Green. Thank God for the way the season ended, because I'm a Chicago Sox, Bulls, Cubs, Bears, Hawks, Sky, Fire, all trash. Yeah, being a Chicago sports fan has not been great to you this year. But to go on with my point here, we got the win. That's most important, right? But this was a meaningless, at this point, bowl game, other than the fact that, I think now we go ahead in the series with Alabama. I think we got one more win now.
4-3.
4-3, right? Beating them twice in the same year, all of those things, absolutely. But this being just this bowl game where we could have seen a lot of people get on the field, man. We should have seen Jaden Davis play some in this game, especially if all he was going to do is hand it off. Then why couldn't he do that? You know what I mean? Just get on the field. This is a guy who just doubled down on his commitment to the Wolverines, saying he's not afraid of competition and all of these things. And yet, I just thought this was a great opportunity to get him out on the field. This guy, Alex Orji, is in the transfer portal right now. Like, he doesn't need to play. I get that maybe Sharon Moore is doing him a favor, giving him an audition for whatever FCS level team is gonna pick him up or whatever, right? But dog, he's very good at handing the ball off. Absolutely, if that's what you're looking for, go for it. No disrespect to Alex Orji, because he is a Michigan man, but Jaden Davis needs these reps, right, for the future. Like, next year something happens with Keene, or God forbid, something else happens. He may need to play some. Right? This was an opportunity for him to get in. This was an opportunity for those receivers to, get, something down the field just thrown their way. Forget them catching it, because, Lord forbid they catch a deep ball, but at least something that throws it. Let them stretch those hamstrings, warm those hamstrings up, fire those hamstrings up. These are the opportunities that I thought we would see in this game. because there is no consequence for losing it outside of losing it. Both teams are getting the same amount of money, I believe, for playing this game. Like, it's not like winning this game means much other than now being 3 games over 500. You know what I mean?
Correct.
I just would have liked to see a better rotation of guys, and not just at quarterback, even at running back. We didn't get to see Kyle Pana again. He just played those same 2 running backs. We didn't get to see I think there was a sighting for the receiver who came in with
Gooding.
Jordan Davis, right?
Gooding.
I forget his name.
Channing Goodwin.
Channing
Goodwin.
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 Yeah, but outside of that, I mean, it's not like they threw him the damn ball, right? So that's all I'm saying. I just thought this would have been a better audition to see what Michigan has.
Yo, listen. First of all, I need to throw you the apron because you was just cooking right there on what you were saying. I agree with everything you were saying, but I think the coaching staff, for some reason, again, right, and even the commentators mentioned it. They said, listen, Michigan said they was going to be more open, and it's like, yo, what are y'all doing? And again, it was exactly the offense we seen all year. And it's like, yo, bro, what do we got to lose? Just throw it deep, throw it 40 yards. Whatever happens, happens at this point. Like, they played it too safe. By it, they still won. Now, I would say this. Now, it's Marsh, because Marsh is looking at Underwood like, all right, I got him. Now, if Davis Warren was our quarterback, going to be our starter next season, yeah, things probably start looking hazy. Like, yo, did I make the right decision? I think we're going to be fine. Mikey Keene, we got a new offensive coordinator who's known to open it up. So I'm not really worried regarding that. But regardless, it's still a phenomenal point. We still should have been more aggressive. We still have seen Jaden Davis at least a series or 2, right? If you're going to let him hand off the ball, right, then just put him in and let him throw it at least once. So, I mean, you're not wrong on absolutely nothing you said, but I think the coaching staff either doesn't feel he's not ready or they just didn't care. They wanted to really win this game. I mean, I'm not saying Alabama didn't, but because they played it too close. This game felt like it was a regular season conference game, and we should have saw a more aggressive Michigan. But I'm glad we don't get to see this offense no more moving forward. And next season, we should start to see more of the offense we saw the last 3 seasons.
Well, so here's the thing, and this is going to be a little bit lengthy here, but okay. First of all, the type of game that happened today dictated the type of game we played. If we had been down 2 scores, 3 scores going into the second half, I'm sure we would have seen Jaden Davis. I'm sure we would have seen taking shots down the field and let what happens happen. But we were up, and then our quarterback got injured. We had to play safe. We had to play conservative if we wanted to win. I would prefer what they did today over them just taking shots for the hell of it to see what Jaden Davis and the receivers can do, and we end up throwing the game away when we could have won it. They did what we had to do to win because we had the lead. And the people in the chat, come on, man. Justice Haynes ain't regretting coming here. He can be a dynamic duo with Jordan Marshall. They can be the college version of Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery at Michigan. There's not a running back in the country that hates having another guy next to him that can run the ball too. And these receivers, everyone's saying we're not going to get receivers. If you can't separate what you saw today and in the Ohio State game of the coaches saying this is what we got, let's game plan to maximize the talent that we have. And see and separate that from we got Chip Lindsey, we got Bryce Underwood, we got a bunch of good young players coming in, and the offense is going to change next year. Then just stop talking, man. You saying that the offense is going to be the same next year as it is this year, it's stupidity.
So here's the thing. If this was a regular season game that would have counted towards Michigan positioning themselves better to make the CFP or something like that, I'd be 1,000% in line with what you're saying. But because this is the very last game of the season, there is no game after this. This is it. This is the very last game of the season. It was against a quality enough opponent that, we definitely, if we had gotten behind a couple scores, I don't even think we see Jaden Davis, especially then, because if they don't trust to put them in when we're up, I certainly don't.
I don't think that's what it was, though. I think we would have seen him in that scenario because at that point, what do we have to play for? We're not going to win the game, so let's get the young guys in and see what they can do. The fact that we had the lead was why we didn't see him, because they say, "Oh, we can win this."
Yeah.
The players wanted to win it. The coaches wanted to win it. Just because we don't care, but just because the game doesn't mean anything to us, the game means something to the players. The game meant something to the coaches, and they wanted to win it, so they did what they had to do to win it.
Yeah. No. Listen, I get both of you. I'm defense, man. The Maniac, aka defense. Y'all both make great points. Look, the bottom line is this, man. Next year is going to be telling. The season is over. We ended it on a good note, right? But we still going to talk football while we like and while we dislike. And we have that right. First of all, Justin Haynes seen this game. He's like, bro, I'm going to eat in Michigan. So why would he second guess that? He's like, I'm going to eat in Michigan.
Well,
Me and Jordan.
That dude is a Buckeye fan who said that.
Okay. That makes sense.
Michael Wilson is a Buckeye fan who.
No, it wasn't just him. Kizzle and Sly were down there saying the receivers aren't coming.
Listen, Kinetic. I'm going to tell you something about Michigan fans, bro. I love my fan base. I don't think we is nowhere near as the Ohio State fan base, but a lot of us could be real downers. Look, guys. We got Underwood. Receivers are coming. It's gonna happen. Now we ain't gonna get 5 stars like Ohio State and like these other schools, but we're gonna get good guys. We won a natty with Cornelius Johnson and Roman Wilson. And not saying these guys was trash, but these guys were solid 4 stars. They weren't elite receivers, and we won the natty. So we're gonna get receivers better than them. Right on top of elite running back, make sure we get our line situated. I don't think we're very close. I think to being an elite O-line unit. I think we might need a piece or two still, but we're getting there. So look, I'll just say this because I know that I'm happy with the win, but I'm not jumping like because I just knew this is more like a glorified scrimmage. I like what I saw from them players on the defense because defense. It starts there. You're not winning the natty without a defense. So these guys, I think Wesley's probably the only one that's not coming back from that defense. Everybody else is. Plus, we got, returning guys and freshmen. I think Boateng is he's gonna get a lot of playing time at linebacker. Jimmy Roda, he plays solid today. With the exception of the roughing the passer by Jay Sean, which was borderline. He played a good game. Ernest Hausman played his butt off. And, the corners, man, they played Michigan's last 2 games played against the 2 best receivers, arguably in college football, and they both true freshmen. And they did a hell of a job on both of
them. Yeah, no doubt. Really, really quick, because I don't want to go crazy down this rabbit hole either.
Yeah.
JG King was good.
Hey, what's happening? Can y'all hear me?
We get loud and clear.
All right, go blue. I just wanted to say that these recruits, most of them think one way. But the few that feel like they're great, they should look at it this way. Instead of how a team uses their players, they should look at it like, what can I add to the team? And I think that played a part in Bryce coming. I think that's going to play a part in the next great wide receiver we see up out there.
Every high school recruit wants to be the guy that fixes the problem, the guy that saves the team.
Yeah. It's a little different when we talking about Michigan, though, and the wide receivers specifically. I would look through history at the Braylon Edwards, at the Roundtrees, at even the Darbos, the Chessons. You know what I mean? And I would say, well, when they do have a guy, they use that guy. You know what I mean? Just like with Jim Harbaugh, when he had a guy, he used him. You know what I mean? Look at Tariq Black before the injuries. Look at Nico Collins. He used him. You know what I mean? And that, if I'm a wide receiver, that's what I would look at. And if I was, I believe that's what Bryce looked at when he chose Michigan, was what can I add to the team? I see that they're going to have a great defense. That's given. I see that they're going to have a great running game. That's a given. So that means that I have more opportunity to showcase my skills. If they had a quarterback, not even a top flight quarterback, but if they had any kind of a quarterback this year, they're 11-1. Their only loss probably to Texas because it was early in the year.
Yeah, no doubt. We definitely quarterback wasn't the strength of the team this season. We all get that, know that. And great call, JG. We appreciate you calling in. Definitely call in more. We're gonna drop you because we are backing up now with the callers, but we appreciate the call for sure. I do want to get back to this thing on who played and who didn't play. We'll get there in a minute. But first, my guy G is here. G, how you doing?
Man, I'm blue. I'm blue. I'm
What up, G?
beautiful. Beautiful. What's going on?
Beautiful.
So I was just, yes,
Good.
sir. So I was just coming to talk about what you just said. So I wanted to win just like every other fan. I think some of who didn't play kind of, and I can't speak for what players think or what, but as a fan, for me, I'm looking at what kind of decisions is that coaching staff making. Only because you have a guy, Alex Orgy, that I might have still got in for a play or two, but he's not part of our future because he's in the portal. You know what I mean? I wanted to see Jaden Davis come in when Davis Moore went down. I wanted to see a little Capana. Um, it kind of made me question Jerome Moore. You know, I'm still going blue, whatever, but it seemed to me like he's coaching more from not being confident. Because that last drive, we just ran three times into the nose tackle just to run some clock to kick and play defense. I wasn't happy. You know, I'm happy we won, but I'm just hoping he gets a little more confident and let the players play. You know, they might not be ultra 4 or 5 stars, but they D1 players. You know what I mean? They're D1 scholarship football players. Put them out there in the game and let them play.
I mean,
And
the thing with Orgy, I understand people are saying that he shouldn't have played. We should have seen Jaden Davis. When Davis Warren got injured and we had a shaky lead at best, the coaches had to decide, how do we get out of this game with a win? And they decided we needed to play keep away, ball time control or clock control, ball control, old school football. That's what they decided we needed to do. And they know Orgy's skill set to that end. Hold on. They know Orgy's skill set to that end. They don't know how Jaden Davis would have performed in the game when they needed a very specific set of skills. That's why they put Orgy in, because they knew his skill set and how to use it to that end.
1 second. Both of you pause for a second. Shout out to Towns Health Services for the $100 super chat. He says, play that Ric Flair cut. We got to do it. This is his second $100 chat. We appreciate you, sir.
Woo! I'm the best there is. Woo! 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 Woo!
Ric Flair always brings a smile to my face. All right, here's the thing. I would even
if
agree
you can't trust me to hand off.
Thank you. That's exactly where I was going here.
If
you don't, I played quarterback
on
my
this
whole
team,
life.
and you got Mikey D.
Cutting out a little bit, bro.
Yeah, you're cutting out, G. But this is a dude who played quarterback his whole life. He was a 5-star recruit at some point. And by the way, I think he ended as a 5-star recruit on Rivals, but that's neither here nor there. I'm positive he could take a handoff or be in shotgun, take the shotgun snap, and turn and hand it to Jordan Marshall.
Right, but in that moment, you go with the known commodity.
I let you speak. I didn't interrupt you. I'm positive he can take a snap from in shotgun or under center, turn and hand it to Ben Hall, because that's basically all that was happening. That said, everyone's assuming that if somebody like Jaden Davis gets in, if Kapana gets in, if they throw the ball down the field, that we would have lost. That's an assumption. Yeah. Sure, the coaches decided to do one thing. They could have decided to do another thing, and that probably would have worked too. So as much as they turned around, and by the way, it wasn't super effective, fam. Outside of the drive where my guy sprung for like the 40-yard run, Jordan Marshall, wasn't like we were out there chunking them up once my guy went out the game, right? In fact, there were a bunch of 3-and-outs. In fact, there was a turnover. So we were still giving them back the ball. So whether or not we're giving them back the ball because I let you speak, dog, if it's because we're giving them back the ball because we're throwing it down the field and not getting completions, or because we're running it in 3-and-out that way, we're giving them back the football. But go ahead.
You put Orgy in because he has a better ability to, if the pocket breaks down, you know what he can do as a runner. Jaden Davis is a better passer that we believe, but he is not as good of a runner as Alex Orgy. And Alex Orgy isn't a great runner, but he's got a better skill set for if the pocket breaks down to protect that ball and try to get a few yards on the ground if needed. So again, you go with what you know you have, not versus over what you believe you might have.
What pocket do you need to hand off? He handed the ball off 3 times in a row on the last drive. You don't need a pocket. But
you still have to be able to adjust as the quarterback. You still have to be able to adjust.
If I'm coming in and you just got Mikey Keene and you just got Bryce Underwood, what's my part on this team if I can't hand the ball off 3 times in a meaningless game?
It's not just about handing the ball off. It's about having been in there, played in game time situations, having the ability to adjust and to adapt and improvise. And they trusted Orgy's ability to do that more than Jaden Davis because Orgy was the known commodity. They believe Jaden Davis can do it, but they haven't seen him do it. So
then we have no confidence in Jaden Davis. So we just no use to keep
that doesn't mean that doesn't mean no confidence in Jaden Davis. It means they had more confidence in Orgy because they've seen him do it.
All right.
He's doing interception.
Hold on, G. I want to address Don Juan here. Anybody who wanted Michigan to pass on the last drive, stop the clock is crazy. I would agree 1,000% with that, by the way. I'm not suggesting that anybody on that last drive go drop back and pass the ball. 1,000%. I don't even think G was implying that we should pass the ball. What he was implying, though, is maybe we shouldn't run it right at the person or the strength of this defense in the middle here where they've been stopping it. The other 2 plays that we ran it. Let's go off tackle. Maybe, I don't know. Yes. It's a wild, assumption, but maybe
run a little more that would have worked.
Maybe we could have done some RPO. I don't know. I mean, not RPO, but read option. So these are the things I'm talking about. Not pass the football in the last drive. Absolutely, 1,000% not what was implied there. But I get it.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody, we won the football game. That is the most important thing. 1,000%. Everybody wanted to win the football game. And now we're just nitpicking about how we won the football game. And I understand people's frustration with how, if we won, right? 1,000%. But we have these guys on the team. This isn't a walk-on who, by the way, has gotten apparently more leeway than a guy that was a 5-star recruit. The dude was recruited. In fact, Harbaugh leveraged damn near the recruiting class on this dude, not recruiting other quarterbacks and stuff like that to secure this guy. And now he's just a placeholder on the sideline. And I'm not even saying that isn't his future. I'm saying at least let it be known that this is his future because he can't play. Come out and say, yo, we don't believe in him, or which probably won't happen. But put him on the field, let everybody see that this dude is not the answer. And then, especially in a game like today, And as much as you guys want to say winning matters, it does matter. But this game didn't. Winning matters, yes. This game meant absolutely nothing. There's nothing anybody here in this chat or no amount of kinetic, doing what kinetic does that is going to make me believe that this game meant something other than a check for Michigan.
It was a lot of players on the field today that were graduating seniors. This was their last game in the Maize and Blue, suiting up alongside their brothers.
And a lot of those guys didn't play.
They wanted the win, and the coaches got us a win. They did what they needed to get us a win. And instead of enjoying the win, people are in here boo-hooing about how they got the win. And it's like y'all would have rather us put the young guys in. If we lose, we lose.
Believes that Michigan does no wrong.
Lose. Enjoy the win. They wanted to win. They did it.
But you said it like hold on. You saying it like we have no faith that the other players could have helped us win. It's no guarantee that we would have lost because we let him hand off 3 times. You saying it like it's a definite loss if he go in and hand the ball off.
I'm saying the coaches made that decision and we got the win. So let's not sit here and boo-hoo how the coaches got the win.
Yo, Doug, then what are we here for? Hold on. Hold on, G. This channel, by the way, that is built around Michigan football. If it was about, the coaches won, that's great. Then there's no reason to have any dialogue, right? Am I right or wrong? What are we having discourse for?
We can have dialogue without being negative about the team after they got a win.
No. I listen. I guess everything stems, man. A lot of it, I think a lot of it stems from the regular season, man. We just been traumatized this year, right? With that offense. It's probably been the worst offense Michigan's had in I don't know how long. But what's crazy, again, to win 8 games, to beat all your rivals, and to end it like this was crazy. The beauty about it, I agree. I would have liked to see Michigan be more aggressive. I said it in the chat. But the reason what I'm happy about is that we know next season is going to look nothing like this. So that's the beauty about it. Thank goodness for that. Now, the question becomes Jaden Davis. Like, how much confidence? I think even if you don't play him for a quarter, at least put him 2 series. Like, what's the worst that could have happened putting Jaden Davis in at least 2 series? I would have liked to see him. That's me. That's my opinion. I get the feeling they just don't have confidence in the kid. That's me. So what's going to happen going into spring camp, going into fall camp remains to be seen, because it looked like it's going to be between Mikey Keene and Bryce Underwood. So where does Jaden Davis fall there? Does he end up transferring in the spring portal? That remains to be seen. But they should have played him more, is what we're saying. We're happy, Kinetic. We're happy we won. Trust me. But
would you have preferred if they played him more, but we lost, than winning like this?
No, it's not that. You make it. No, Kinetic.
These hypotheticals are the worst, fam. Everyone has said we appreciate the win. I started the show off jubilated because Michigan won the football game. Everybody in the chat that is a Michigan fan is happy Michigan won the football game. Let me be clear to the chat. I, Maize Madman, Phil, Peters, all my government from Dayton, Ohio, born and raised, loves the fact Michigan won the damn football game. Most important, yes. This particular game, this bowl game, meant not a damn thing. Now who's boo-hooing? Everybody in here is boo-hooing about, this game meant something to the seniors and blah, 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 blah. Absolutely, fine. Win the game, great. What I am also saying is we need to see something else. If you believe that Michigan is going to win or would have won every game this season, 19-13, 13-10, with 73 yards from your quarterback, your starting quarterback, with 65 yards from your starting quarterback, with, at the end of the day, we have to help Wink Martindale. And that's what I am talking about. Wink Martindale is getting no help from the other side of the ball. All they are doing is saying, we are guaranteed you're going to get some run out there because we're going to put them back on the field. And that's what's happening. Now, if anybody in the chat mistakes what I am saying for I am ungrateful that Michigan won the football game, then I don't know what to tell you. That is you making up your mind about what I am saying. I'm telling you what I'm saying. I love Michigan won the football game. I don't like the fact that they have a 5-star quarterback on the bench who's been on the bench all season. We have seen him one time. By the way, that one time we saw him, he handed the fucking ball off. If he could do it then, he could have done it today.
Facts. Yeah. So, all right. So let me ask you this, Phil. What do you think right now is the future for Jaden Davis moving forward at Michigan? Based on what we got coming in. Okay.
He's gone.
Okay.
Transfer portal.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
I think he's going to hold a clipboard until the next portal opens up. He's not going to leave in this portal. He's going to hold a fucking clipboard. He's going to say all the right things, and then he's out of here.
Okay.
Yeah.
I agree. I definitely agree. So who on defense will you guys who you liked on defense today? Who you tipping your hat to?
Brandon Hillman. Derek Moore.
Yeah.
Derek Moore. Hey, Cameron Brandt played good. Shit, I liked everybody.
No doubt.
Sugar Hill showed up.
Shout out to Brandon the Abbott. I'm sorry, Jake from Cleveland. You've been here waiting to talk, I'm sure.
Oh yeah. Let him cook.
Go ahead. I'm gonna step down, but go blue. I'm gonna get back in the chat. Let him go pull up. Go blue.
Okay, go blue, man. Go blue. I'm sorry, I was up here cooking my New York style spaghetti and meatballs here, so
I like it.
Just got the sauce on. So man, I forgot they were playing. I was up late last night because of my job, but I was impressed with the defense, and I'm glad the offense didn't lose the game for us. I mean, I would have liked to see them open it up a little bit. I'm hopeful next year that the offense will be a lot better. The defense, I see great things for the defense. Of course, the offense I'm worried about, but I feel that they're gonna do what they need to do to get things together. And we got some players coming in. I just think we're just gonna get better overall as a team. But it was a little bit nerve-wracking watching that game. It was kind of reminding me of like living here in Cleveland, the mistake by the lake. The Browns and. I mean, I'm just being honest. I love Michigan football, and I'm going to root for them no matter what. But I'm glad we got the win. I love the dialogue that you guys have, and looking forward to hopefully Oregon beating that team down down in Columbus. Yes. My girl talking all this smack. I told y'all she went to Ohio State. As a matter of fact, I was going to tell y'all, man, where's that little item at? Oh, man, I put it in her bag, man. She was traveling for a job. And I think that's one of the reasons why she wasn't feeling good, man. I put this in her bag, and it's like kryptonite to her, So, but I'm going to get off here, man. I got to finish cooking this food. But go blue. Y'all keep doing y'all thing.
Sir.
Appreciate you guys.
Jake, we appreciate you, champ. Have a blessed one. And go blue.
Happy New Year.
New Year.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Jake from Cleveland, ladies and gentlemen. By the way, don't mistake these disagreements that me and my guy have here. These are family spats.
No, listen, this is what it's about. It's never nothing personal. We gonna talk our talk, and that's it. It ain't nothing personal, man. But Jordan Marshall, is he a dog or is he a wolf?
Bro,
which one
absolutely.
is he?
Absolutely. He's the alpha.
He's a wolf.
Jordan Marshall is him for sure.
Listen, I think Justice Haynes coming in, like everyone thinks he's going to be the RB1, and he might be, but I think it's going to be a stronger competition than anyone's given Jordan Marshall credit for.
But regardless of the fact, whoever's the starter, remember, we're in the new age of college football where now it's almost normal to see a two-headed monster from every team. And that's how you keep these backs fresh. And you could tell that Jordan Marshall and Justin Haynes, they cowbells, man, bell cows, excuse me. It's gonna be ugly because you got one running back leaning on you early, wearing your defense down. Now you're gonna get the other one at the end of the game wearing you out. So Michigan is back to that quorum. What's my man? Hassan Haskins. So listen, man, the running game looks spectacular, man. We just need some receivers there, and I think, listen, man, we right there again.
No doubt. Real quick, we got Owen on, first time caller. Owen, how you doing, sir?
Where'd he go? He was just here a second ago.
No,
Owen
popped out.
Okay.
The lights were too bright for Owen. Owen, we're gonna drop you.
He'll probably come back.
Come back, bro.
No doubt. Shout out to let me go to the chat. I know I pissed a bunch of people off in the chat today.
If I can I want to say something to what you're just saying. Like, we're all family here. All of us have opinions, and like everyone, I see people in the chat that disagree with me or disagree with M3, and they're like, "Oh, so and so, he just doesn't want to be wrong." Listen, everybody believes their opinions. Everybody believes their opinion is right. If they didn't, they wouldn't have that opinion. We're up here to talk about our opinions, and sometimes we go back and forth. It is what it is. But let's not take shots at people just because we're up here giving our opinion. That's all it is, man.
Yeah, and I'm right because Boise's gonna win today.
Hey, I agree with you.
Oh my God.
No,
shut up.
We're not doing the watch party for that, right?
Now we didn't plan to anyway. If you want to do one, we can do it. What time is that?
7:30. I think 7:30.
7:30.
I'm gonna be watching it.
I'm definitely.
Let's see. You let me know. I mean, I'm staying. I'm here at work. I'm staying a little later. You know, but
I mean, if you're gonna be at work, then
no. I'll be out. I'll be out by then.
And to cut from a different cloth in the chat, I agree. I do think Justice Haynes will win, but I think everybody's just assuming Justice Haynes is going to win, and I think Jordan Marshall showed today that he's got something to say about that.
Hey, Jordan Marshall is like, listen, he showed me so much today. He showed a little elusiveness, Blake Corum like. He's got like a Blake Corum build. He's like that small, but he's also powerful.
Yes.
And that is what I like. He ran so strong. It was a couple of those runs. Yeah,
those guys are going to push each other so much that they're going to bring the best out of each other. And not just them. Benjamin Hall, Micah Kapana, they're going to be used in the best spots for their skill set. But Justice Haynes and Jordan Marshall, have them compete. Have them compete all year and run them both. Like I said, look at Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery. What is it, an hour down the road to Detroit from Ann Arbor? Watch what they do. We can have that here too. We can have that with what guys we got. We can have that next year if we get Hyder and Osborne. Running backs love that shit. Okay? They love that. They love having a guy next to them that they can tag team these defenses and just run all over them. It's going to be so nice watching this next year.
No doubt. I was gonna do a what we hated, what we loved, but I think what we hated has already been spewed. I've annoyed everyone enough with what I hated from today. All right.
Hey, I just want to say something else I haven't mentioned so far as what we loved. Man, I said last night, Jay-Sean Barham at Edge. That's going to be another fun thing to watch next year.
Yeah, no doubt about that. By the way, I hate to toot my own horn, but also last night I said offensive MVP Jordan Marshall, defensive MVP Derek Moore. And maybe Derek Moore wasn't, but he had 2 sacks, a fumble recovery.
He balled.
He balled.
And I said Jordan Marshall and Jay-Sean Barham. I think we all hit.
No doubt.
I think we if I'm not mistaken, we said it though. If anybody's gonna be an MVP, it's gonna be the running back, because that's all we do, you know. But it was good to see, man. We know, and like I said, the offensive line didn't play a phenomenal game. I think they play a good game, good enough, right? I like what I saw from, again, Andrew Sprague. I like what I saw from him. Evan Link, he has come along from the season. So that was who the other guy. I thought Josh Preeb. I didn't know he was going to play this game. I was looking. Josh Preeb played, but he's leaving anyway, right? Because he's a senior. Yeah. So Crippen. So listen, man, it's going to be interesting.
There's a lot of good things.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jake from Cleveland. Hit us with the $50 super chat.
Appreciate
He
that,
says,
man.
"Go blue. Let's all meet next year." Jake, we actually have big plans next year. For the fans of the show, people, we are going to be doing some events. We just need to lock down. I'll chat with these guys. We'll have something final and complete in no time. But absolutely, that's gonna happen. I saw Big House mention something here. Here we go. 2 1,000-yard rushers next year. That would be
Bro, sign me up. I mean,
fantastical.
it's bro, that'd be crazy. Listen, it's not far fetched based on how we play. I just think that we'll still be more balanced than normal, just because I think we'll have a better passing game. Of course,
Yeah.
the quarterback and better guys outside, but it's not far fetched. 2
I'll
1,000-yard
say
rushers.
I'll say 2 1,000 yards from scrimmage running backs, because I think they're going to
Okay.
get some passes out of the
Right,
backfield and on some routes. I mean, they might not get 1,000 each just on rushing, but you combine their
Okay.
rushing and passing, I think they got that.
Okay, that makes sense.
Chase, yeah, we will get into some Michigan basketball. Obviously, we've been super football centric, and obvious the football season just ended. There'll still be things to talk about for Michigan football, but the basketball team looks really good. We'll get into that. Not today though. Today is not the day for Michigan basketball. So look, here's some things that I loved today. Like I said, we held Ryan Williams to 3 catches, 8 yards. That was outstanding. The 5 sacks, or was it 6? 5 or 6 sacks of Jalen Milroe. Loved it. Jordan Marshall, nothing needs to be said. Love that. I love what I saw from Evan Link and Andrew Sprague, 2 young guys. Sprague, a true freshman. He played really well today. Fred Moore actually played very well too when he got the ball. And they made a concerted effort in that first half, especially to getting the football. So I like what I saw from him. I would be remiss if I didn't mention Darth Zvada. 4 for 4 today on field goals. He's hit every field goal this year over 50 yards. He's not missed from over 50 yards, which is insane. Zvada-matic is the man. And if kickers had consideration for Heisman, he should be in consideration. He would be.
I wonder how much being snubbed for the Lou Groza Award played into him wanting to come back and prove him wrong.
Yeah, because that was gross. That was negligence. That's what that was.
That definitely was negligence. And going into the season, if he's not the number 1 rated kicker in the country, blow the system out, bro. There's no way. The whole thing, man. He's hands down the best kicker right now. In fact, he'll be the number 1 kicker going into the draft if he was going to the draft. That's how good he is.
Absolutely.
The MVP. Absolutely. That dude is different, bro.
I will say this: Michigan's secondary, bro, they have to get probably the biggest round of applause because they were without their best player for most of the season. The emotional leader on this team was out all season. He never even stepped foot on the field, really. He didn't, not really. He was injured. And they played extremely well this year. So hats off to the Michigan secondary, especially the second half of the season. Zeke Berry, another guy that we were burying early in the season, really turned this season around and was actually arguably the best player in that secondary the second half of the season. I just love what the team did, especially on defense in the second half of the season, and they should get recognized for that.
Maize, if you're the one making the call going into next season with what we've currently had coming in or have coming in from with the recruiting class, do you keep Zeke at corner on the outside? Do you move him to nickel, or do you move him back to safety? I'm thinking Rod Moore's going to play nickel, but what do you think?
Yeah, that is an excellent question, man. And here's the thing. I think I keep him at corner And I'm just gonna, and that's only because I don't like Hillman at corner, and nickel is kind of a corner. You're playing that slot guy a lot of the times, and I definitely don't like Hillman against the
I
other
just want
team
Hillman
slot
where he can
receiver.
hit people.
But I agree with that. So I like him in us at safety with Rod Moore, but strong, what used to be strong safety, in that run support kind of position, which puts a lot more onus and accountability on Rod Moore in the back end of that thing. But I do think Hillman has to come downhill. We saw him today in coverage, and it was not pretty, right? When they ran that, like out and up, and it wasn't great. But anytime he was coming down, he got a sack today. He had another big hit. I like him coming downhill.
He played a good game. He had a pass breakup. He played a good game. And I think it's more just with reps, man. I think the same thing with Zeke. You said it, man. We were killing Zeke this season. Once they found him, I think his true position was that corner. Bro, we seen him evolve, man. And that's what we want to see. Sometimes these guys might be playing out of position. They just don't feel comfortable there. So I think the secondary, like you said, with the exception of those 2 drives where they scored a touchdown and the first field goal, the secondary played lights out, man. And we're talking about Ryan Williams. And it's not like, Alabama had their 5th string throwing. No, they had their starter throwing to him. Same way Ohio State had they started throwing to Jeremiah Smith. And we know that touchdown should have been OPI on him against Zeke. He tore Zeke like a little kid. But the point is this, man. Based on what I saw Michigan against these receivers, man, these last 2 games, you gotta love it. You're not gonna see receivers week in and week out like that in the Big Ten unless you're facing Oregon, unless you're facing Ohio State. After that, you're facing good receivers, but nothing of that talent. So Michigan, I think going forward defensively, we in good hands. Definitely still got to get some depth at that defensive tackle. We got to see who's going to start opposite of Hausman. Our linebacker, does Jimmy Rhoda finally takes that leap and gets that starting position? Or do we get a guy in the portal? Or my man Boateng, the true freshman, just come in here and say, listen, I'm like that. Which I don't think he'll start, but he's going to get a lot of playing time.
He's going to be heavy rotation.
Yes, absolutely. So it's good, man. All we need, look, based on what we've seen, man, we know we got 2 quarterbacks coming in. Like I said, our offensive line is getting there. I think it's very close. And now we just we just see, how everything unfolds, how Chimp Lindsey is gonna cook, how Jerome Moore is gonna coach. Hopefully Wink doesn't take a step back. In fact, he takes another step forward next season, I'm hoping. And man, Michigan, we're looking at a very good season because you guys asked me, is it playoffs or bust, at least for Michigan next season?
Yeah, I think it's playoffs or bust.
I think it's just shy of that. But,
I think it's playoffs or bust because of the schedule.
Yes. I think Wink. I sitting here looking at like now looking in retrospect, I think the college game has almost revitalized Wink. Like he looks more lively on the sideline and like he's having fun than and he hasn't been like that in years in the NFL.
And that's scary.
I want to say this. I am taking this cut from a different cloth in the chat, but as a Michigan fan, as a Vikings fan, Harrison Smith's about to retire. I want to officially borrow but christen Brandon Hillman with the nickname, the moniker of that Harrison Smith has held down for the last 14 years in the NFL. We're going to start calling Brandon Hillman from now on. He is Hitman Hillman.
Hitman Hillman. I like that. He's a tone setter in that secondary. And if you was old enough to watch Michigan in the 90s, man, they secondary always had hammers in there, bro. These dudes will lay that bing bang bing on you. And lately it was.
Can we get that on a drop? Can we get that saved? That bing bang.
Yo, listen, it was crazy. So, man, it's a lot to look forward to, man. I mean, we suffered dearly this season as Michigan fans, especially on the show. Like, we came in here every time. I want the DDT, my wifey, like, mind your business, get away. My daughter, no, I'm not giving you juice. Get out my face. You figure it out, you 3-year-old. You know, that's just how I felt. But just the fact that we seen that we're trending in the right direction is a beautiful thing, man. I just hope that we're able to get the right pieces in the portal, moving forward, that can really help this team get to where it needs to get to, man. And that's the playoff, man, and contending for a natty. And hopefully that's the case for this Michigan team next year.
No doubt, man. Listen, this was an excellent win. I will acquiesce. This is, another win over an SEC team, another win over Alabama. Michigan ahead now in that head-to-head series, trying to clean up all of that. We got to catch up with, get Oregon a few more times to rectify that situation. But I like what Michigan was able to do this year. Overall, Michigan had a decent season, and this was a down year for us, right?
Yes.
Compared to the last, 3 seasons. In a down year, Michigan beat all of their rivals.
Yes.
Michigan State, poor little bro them, the other state, Minnesota, even though we needed a stimulus package to get out of there. But got the dubs against all of them this season. And Jerome Moore in his first year got those wins over all of those teams. So there are a lot of positives to take from this season. And then the recruiting has been dynamite from Jerome Moore and the rest of those guys. The number one player in the 2025 class is a Michigan Wolverine. We cannot take that lightly. He's from right down the road too. Didn't let the best player in Michigan get outside of the state of Michigan this time. And that's a positive, right? The rest of the recruiting has been excellent. Another 5-star in Babalola. We're still working on Ty Haywood, which would give Michigan 3 5-stars in the class. And if you listen to Rivals, Marshall is a 5-star. So all of this stuff is coming together for Michigan at the right time, at the end of the season, and they have great momentum going into next season. So should be a great time. Gentlemen, let me know in the chat if we're going to come back tonight. But Kinetic, I'm going to give you your final words.
Like I said, guys, just trust. Like I've said all season long, trust the coaches. Let them get their system in. Let them work their system. Let them follow through with their plan. They know what they're doing. They see the guys more than we do. And every time, we doubted them, and they proved us wrong. They proved us wrong with Ohio State. They proved us wrong. A lot of us, not me, but a lot of us, wrong today with Alabama. Just trust them, man. I don't think Jaden Davis is leaving. I think that the coaching staff does have confidence in him, and I think we're going to see that through spring ball, through the spring game into next season. I think he's got that dog in him that he wants to compete, and he believes in himself, and I think that that they believe in him too. Trust the coaches. Let's have fun with this. Let's all get together and hang out at the spring game this year. And let's keep the negativity out of the fan base. Let's enjoy what our guys got going. I do want to point out that again, for those that didn't catch it last night on the Monday night show, next Monday tune in, because after our show next Monday, we've got a members only group show that we're doing with TJ Ronan, John Diadamo, and Johnny Olin.
Hold on, Kinetic. We might have to change that. I think we spoke about that last night, but.
Okay, my fault. I didn't see that then. Ignore that then. Catch me tomorrow night on Darren Talks Ball as well. If you haven't seen him before, go look up his channel. He's a good dude. But otherwise that's all I got today.
No doubt. Maniac.
Yeah, listen, man. First of all, I want to thank everybody that shows love to the channel and supports the channel, to subscribe, man. If your fellow friend is a Michigan fan, man, make sure that they subscribe to the channel, because you know we bring heat every time here. That's what we do. And I look, man, for everybody who rolled, you know, from week 1 to now, man, it was a roller coaster season without a doubt. It wasn't the ending that we wanted. But you know what? We're going to take it, and we're going to keep it pushing. We ended the game with 3 good victories, man. And like my man Madman said, you see our recruiting class, man. It's going to should be a top 5, man. Or it's going to be very close to that. And the future is extremely bright, man. So, you know, we could sleep a little better at night knowing that moving forward, we're not going to see an offense like this. So just be happy, man. And forever, go blue.
Go blue. Real quick, cut from a different cloth. Says predictions for tonight's game. All right. So of the 3 of us, I am the only one who is sane here today. Let me tell you that. Because these 2 guys.
That's stupid. Use your common sense. Don't.
Sorry, with Boise State.
I like that one.
Game.
So who's that? Who's that? Cut from a different cloth. Cut. Listen. I got Boise, man. I think Boise's gonna do it. They're gonna upset. James Franklin's gonna find a way to blow it, and he gonna be a meme again. He gonna be meme all over social media. So get ready, man. And my man, you know my man, Madman, he my brother, but he gonna have to send me that money in nickels. I want my money in nickels.
Yo, I want mine in all 1988 quarters.
No, so what's y'all's prediction then? What's y'all's prediction for the game and for Argentina?
The actual score?
Yeah.
We said it yesterday. What I
think it's 30 to 3.
My memory is bad. I forgot what I said last night. If I say something now, it's going to be different than last night.
I think I said like 2017. It's going to be a close game. I mean, if a team is going to get blown out, it's going to be Boise.
It's James Franklin. No, it's James Franklin. James Franklin's going to drop the ball.
But I mean, I agree, Kinetic. I think that.
Yo, Sean Paul, you're wilding, bro.
What the
Bolivia? Oh man, that's crazy. Man. Look, we might. Let's probably do. We could probably do the second half and get up on the watch party for the second half or the first. We'll see. We'll see how's it going. But tomorrow, we definitely doing Ohio State, Oregon, right?
Yeah. Tomorrow, Ohio State, Oregon. Watch party, be there. Oh boy, I hope they lose. That's gonna be great.
Me too. They upset. You see, this is crazy, and I knew it. I was telling somebody in the chat. I said, yeah, right. Yo, Alabama's gonna blow you guys out. But you know, if we win,
did say that.
Yeah, well, if y'all win, you know, if we win, bro, congratulations. You won a meaningless bowl game. If we lost, you guys suck. You know, you can't win. So it's just better to win.
Hey,
you know,
SEC dominance, right? SEC dominance. Listen, Tennessee lost to Ohio State. A&M lost to USC. Oklahoma lost to Navy. Bama lost to Michigan. Where's the SEC dominance?
No, they
did. Mizzou did beat Indiana, didn't they?
No, Iowa.
Oh, it was Iowa. You're right.
Yesterday, and it was a
Notre
close
Dame
game.
Beat Indiana.
But when's the last time Iowa ran an offense like that on anybody?
That was, and Missouri went life and death. How's the Illinois game going?
I don't know. Brandon had this original question. How would you guys grade Sharon Moore's first year?
Ooh.
If we're giving it grades.
Are we factoring in what he was starting with and like the behind the eight ball?
Factor in everything you want to factor in. What you giving him?
Factoring in everything that I've said many times on the show that he had to deal with from the start, I'll say a B.
Yeah, I say B, a B minus.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's a B minus.
Because he beat all his rivals, and he beat.
I'm gonna give him a B. No B minus. I'm gonna give him a B. He did beat all of his rivals. He lost to Texas, who was going to beat Michigan this year, damn near no matter what, right? This year, Texas is better than Michigan.
Yeah.
All right. So he lost to Texas. We should have beaten. Now the Washington game, I'm throwing at his feet, and Illinois, I'm throwing at his feet. But other than that, B.
Yeah. Quick thing. Illinois is currently up 7-3.
Oh,
Nice.
against South Carolina? Oh, they could be.
And it's the start of the third quarter.
So all we heard was South Carolina, Ole Miss, and Alabama could be every.
I hope Illinois holds on to that game.
Yeah, no, because
if Illinois beats South Carolina, then maybe that loss to Illinois don't look so bad either.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, well, the loss to Illinois looked bad for the way the game went. Because
that was
if they just came out there and beat us, then that would have been different.
That was the title time game with when he still had the injured elbow.
What's crazy is that we outgained Illinois in that game.
Yeah.
Right.
That's crazy. And they held us to 7 points. Something Ohio State couldn't do because they had such a great defense. Our defense did good. Your defense choked. Shut up.
Can both teams lose?
No
doubt. G says B minus. He told us spring game Jesus was the answer. Yup.
Yo,
hold on, G. Who springtime Jesus? Was it Davis Ward or Alex Orgy?
Probably Orgy. Because all we heard about him is that he's the next one up.
Yeah, that's a good assessment. I think everybody got pretty much a B, right? B minus.
Yeah, I mean, I'd almost give Lamar Morgan and Louis Esposito probably a B plus at least.
Yes.
Yeah. By the way, I'm giving Wink a B plus.
Yes.
Wink gets a B plus.
Yeah.
I'm giving Kirk Campbell an F.
Bro. F minus. If there's a
letter? NA. He didn't even score high enough to get a letter. NA.
Yo.
I want Kirk Campbell out of here, and he
put the video.
And I'm dead. I want his family dead. I want his house burnt to the ground. I want to go to the middle of the night. I want to piss on his
ass. And I just want to say, listen, I know earlier in this year I said that I wouldn't hate it if we went and got Nick Sheridan after seeing the game today. Let's keep Nick Sheridan away from the Wolverines as OC.
Oh yeah, no, thank you. I'm glad you said that.
I don't know what he was doing.
Thank you, because people in the chat, I seen a lot of fans was begging, oh, Nick Sheridan. In fact, damn, where's Rip Star? He was one of them. He's been MIA.
And Rip Star's in 23 different Facebook jails right now.
Damn, that dude doing life. He doing life in social media.
Hey, he said Kirk Campbell gets a WTF. Hey, Michigan Man Jay. Shout out to Michigan Man Jay. He's got his own channel over there. He's trying to get it off the ground. If you aren't doing anything, go check it out. I think it's Michigan Man Jay. Michigan Man Jay.
Go to it right now.
Get your link. Drop it in here or something, man.
Yeah. All right,
bro.
I'm
he
gonna
hit
go
me on Instagram. He asked me to promote
his
his channel.
It's literally just Michigan Man and then the letter J.
Michigan Man Jay. Go check him out.
Let's get the subscriber numbers up
off the ground, man.
All right, I'm definitely gonna subscribe.
He was definitely sabotaging us, Lamont. It was crazy.
Hey, and I've seen a bunch of people pointing out that saying that he was EJ Holland's source on the team, and that's why EJ ain't been hitting on anything since he got fired.
Yo, I'm not going there. I'm not doing that. We're not. Shout out to everyone in the beat.
I don't hate EJ. I like EJ. I'm just saying. Whoa.
Yo, that deserves.
Listen.
That deserves the Dr. Evil laugh.
Yo. All right. Shout out, you know what? Shout out to the Buckeyes and all their fans who were saying we were going to lose, including including this guy right here.
Saturday. I don't know. What if there's a recount in the election? And I don't care about the ifs. How about you answer me this? Answer me this. In the depths of your heart, and I mean in the depths of it, in the depths. Actually, no, I'll answer it for you. You know good and doggone well it's about to happen Saturday. You know it.
He was incredulous to the fact that we could win that game. Shout out to my guy Dev and my guy Mello.
That hurts. So I see no way that your defense is going to be able to keep that energy up. I think we control this game from start to finish. Ryan Day already came out and said losing the last 3 years was the only thing that's harder in his life was losing his father. I think you're going to see it. I think what he did to Indiana is going to be 10 times worse. I don't think this game's going to be close except for the initial kickoff. And my score prediction is 51-3 because you guys have an elite field goal kicker.
Hey, yo, son.
This is going to be a beatdown of biblical proportion. I'm telling you what, right? I'm getting fired up. I'm going to tell you what. Tomorrow, Devin, tomorrow, it's all going to happen. Angry Ryan Day is coming back. He's coming back. He's going to annihilate him. And you heard it here first. In the fourth quarter, after we go up 3 touchdowns or even 4, he will go for 2. What's up,
and why is he going to do it, Eric? Why is he going to do it?
That was some straight WWE right there.
They nobody told him to.
Oh,
because he can't go for 3.
Those poor souls.
Yeah, after seeing that, I'm gonna change it. I'm giving Sharon Moore an A-.
Yo,
yeah, man. Listen,
souls, man.
But remember, Michigan didn't beat them, guys. We didn't beat them.
Right.
They beat themselves. So don't get too excited, okay?
Yeah, they never lose to their opponents. They don't lose to themselves.
They don't lose.
That's a tough team right there. Did you know that? That's a tough team there.
They don't lose. Ohio State doesn't lose.
I heard he's still checking nursing homes and retirement villages looking for loopholes.
He called his brother's security agency. They're on the hunt for loopholes now.
Listen, man. I really hope, man. Look, Oregon, the football gods, man. They need to do what's right, man. They need to do what's right. If there's a fan base that doesn't deserve shit, it's the Ohio State fan base. It's seriously. I'm sorry.
Sean,
what happened?
What are you talking about?
What happened?
You got to read that in the chat, bro. I can't bring that back up.
Who was it?
Sean Paul Anthony, man. Shout out to Sean Paul. He's been a long time supporter of the show, but bro,
it's all right. It's all right. Yeah.
Anyway, listen, we have now gone like 20 more minutes after we were supposed to get out of here. Anyway, follow us everywhere. Follow me everywhere at Maize Madman. Follow Kinetic everywhere at Kinetic615. Be sure to follow the Boxing Maniac on Instagram, which will lead you to everything else. _boxing_maniac.
Yeah.
Until next time, you know the slogan. Stay